Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League, and I'm going to be playing some Tribal Flames Cascade. This is a brand new brew. I just brewed it up, and I was like super bummed because I just brewed this deck. I ran it through a league basically without any testing, and I was recording it, and I 4-1'd. And then, like midway through the league, I realized my mic was all the way off to the side. I've made that mistake once before, and the recording just really wasn't quite usable. So, I had to scrap it and got the mic in the right place this time. And let's see if, since we 4-1 last time, I'll probably 0-3 this time. But this is a pretty crazy brew based around Tribal Flames. I'll get into the deck and then we'll get into the games. But first, let me say my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link to the channel below. You can also subscribe down below, or you can click this dog in the bottom right to subscribe and just throw a like on this video. Really appreciate it. All right, now, what is this deck? This is similar to like the Jund Cascade decks, but um, the difference basically is that we're playing Tribal Flames. This is 2 mana sorcery. It deals X damage to any target, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. So it just counts like forest, island, mountain, etc. So Highland Forest basically counts for mountain forest, where something like Ice Tunnel counts for island swamp. So you use cards like Into the North, Farseek to ramp and to get a bunch of basic land types into play because these duals are basic land types and you can get them with Into the North. This just says Snowland. So you can get these duals with Into the North. You can also get green duals with Monvoli Acid Moss. So you just ramp with these cards, fix your mana, and fix your domain for Tribal Flames. And then, other than that, we're just basically a Jund Cascade deck, playing some Mole Drifters, playing some Visionaries, some Pulses, a bunch of removal. I changed a couple things from the last league. I had just 4 Into the North, but I really felt like the hands where you have a Rampant Growth are just so much better. So I added a Farseek. Basically the same thing. This can get any land um, in our deck. So Farseek is just basically another copy of Into the North. I added a cast down as an extra removal spell. I felt like having one would be nice against like decks like Mono White and stuff. And let me just go through the deck. So again, we're ramping with Into the North, Monvoli Asimos. We also ramp and fix with Bonder's Ornament, which is also a draw engine. This card is just insane. Then our removal package, obviously Tribal Flames, 2 Chainer's Edicts, 1 Cast Down that I just added, and 2 Lightning Bolt. So we have a lot of removal. And then our creature package, the classic 8 Cascaders, Trip Mole Drifter, which was 4 last time, but I was often siding one out because I felt like it was a little too slow in some matchups. So I'm going to try 3. I know maybe 4 is better, but I wanted a bit more removal and an extra rampant growth. So I'm going to try 3. Maybe it should be 3 Dino, but with all the ramp, I wanted to max out on Dinos. And then 2 Llanowar Visionary again, because it's kind of tight for space when you're playing Acid Moss in this shell. 2 Pulse and Murasa because good value. And then here's where things like also get interesting, not only because this mana base is insane, but the sideboard is kind of different than most. 0 Pyroblast, which I actually think is pretty good in this type of deck. 4 copies of Fiery Cannonade, which was great for me in the first league. I think that's really nice to have. 2 extra Chainer's Edict, so we can go up to 4. Just seems great. Like against Boggles and Mono White, just to be able to go to 4 Chainer's Edicts like makes those matchups so much better. Respecting Cycle Storm with 2 relics, that just makes that matchup a lot better too. Triple Weather the Storm against Burn, Goblins, whatever else. Can even bring it in against Cycle Storm. And a couple Thorns for just maybe when the 1/3 Death Touch is solid, and for decks that have trouble taking the Monarch from us. I like the Thorns in the sideboard rather than the main. But that's the deck. I mean, this deck is pretty crazy. It's pretty cool to play all these different duels, and it's pretty fun just to have a bunch of different duels out and just like double Tribal Flames their face for 10. One thing of note is because we're playing the Tribal Flames package and you have all these dual lands, some of your draws do end up being pretty clunky, but it's also pretty fun, and I think this deck is actually pretty decent, so let's just go. Let's jam. I'll see you in round 1. All right, welcome to round 1. We're against Dima. This hand's not great, but I'm going to keep it. We have a turn 2 Tribal Flames and turn 4 Acid Moss. So our hand's clunky, but this deck has a lot of clunky draws. Looks like we're up against Defenders, which could be kind of rough. Just gonna play Meyer, pass, and then I'll probably just Tribal Flame something on turn 2. Probably kill that Korean Ranger. If they only are on one land, we could get them with an Acid Moss if their draw is not too insane here. Okay, Winding Way, that's scary. So they drew a bunch of creatures, but if I can kill this Korean Ranger, they have another one. It's kind of unfortunate. So they'll be able to play a Overgrown Battlement next turn. But I still think I'm supposed to just Tribal Flames this, then they go Korean Ranger into Battlement. Hmm. Yeah, I can't let them just like have a ton of stuff out. I guess what I could do is I could also just kill Caretaker and just leave the Korean Ranger. No, man, this is rough because their second Korean Ranger is actually going to be able to counter this Acid Moss. So I'm actually in a pretty bad spot. This matchup, it just seems terrible for us. All right, I'm just going to kill Korean Ranger. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't do anything like... Basically, hopefully they... There's just no way. They're going to deploy the other Korean Ranger here. They're going to play it right now, I think. Yep. All right, so now I just go Bonders. And then I'll cycle Ashburn's end of turn. Yeah, this matchup just seems super tough for us. They're just going to play a Dino here. Dino into Lead the Stampede. Yeah, I mean, we just can't really keep up with this. Maybe I need... Wow. Did they hit 4 things on both? 1, 2, 3. I think they did. I think they hit 4 cards on both Winding Ways. Or that was a Lead the Stampede, so they hit 4 out of 5 there. I'm going to cast the Acid Moss because first I want to see if they're going to know that they can use Korean to save their land. Second, I want to kind of show them Acid Moss anyway, because why not? I mean, I'm also going to show them Island so they just don't really know what we're on. But yeah, I'm going to show them Acid Moss here, see if they bounce it and counter the Acid Moss. But if they do, that's fine. I just want to like show them that we're on kind of land destruction, and then I'm going to take out the Acid Mosses in this matchup anyway. Just bring in as much removal as I can. Just try to keep their creature count down. Yeah, so they do know the trick. And I think I'm probably just dead, but I guess I'll keep playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have a Crusher. God, when is the art going to be fixed on this card? It's tilting. If they just play a Crusher, I think I'll just concede. Let's just think about our sideboard plan because we're going down here. I think I just bring in the Chainer's Edicts, and I could even bring in Cannonades just to deal with all these Rangers. It doesn't kill that much of their stuff though. Dino into Tinderwall. You know what? I can just concede. I don't need to show them anything else or see anything else. I know exactly what they're on. I mean, maybe this is definitely a bad matchup, but maybe we need some like blow your house down or something. Let's see. Even though Relic doesn't really do anything, it draws a card. I could bring in Thorn because that trades with like their big stuff. I could just bring in like 2 Cannonade. I think this seems probably best. I want to again have all my removal. I still want my Into the Norths and Farseek. Just having like all this removal is kind of what I have to rely on. They mulligan a lot. Maybe I can sweep up some Rangers with Cannonade, but I think Acid Moss is just not good. They don't really care about having lands in play. They just care about having a bunch of like creatures that produce mana. Pulse of Marasa is also not very good in this matchup. They're not really killing our stuff. I could just do this. It's a little greedy with this, but with all the removal, I think this actually looks good. We might need one more black land. Like I might want a second Woodland Chasm, especially post-board going up to all these edicts. I could do like 2 Highland Forest, 2 Woodland Chasm perhaps. All right, I mean, this hand's not great, but I have to keep it. We have a turn 2 Farseeker into the north, and then we can start playing removal spells after that. So definitely a little bit clunky, but all right. So what land do I get? I can get red and black. I think that I could get red and blue or red and black, basically. I think I just get red and black. Pass. We'll see what they do. Hopefully nothing too crazy on turn two. Okay, there's a ranger. Same draw as last time. Tinderwall. They have another one drop? Or they have a two. Okay, another Quarian Ranger. There's Thorn. So I think I'm going into the north. I'm going to get, I think, another red source. I guess I could get a red white source just to have my tribal flames be able to deal 5. I have another Farseek. I don't need another green. Yeah, I'll just get red white. Not sure if I need to. I can just hold the bolt. I could also just kill a caretaker right now. I think they might play an Axebane Guardian or something, and I'd rather have bolt for that. Let's see. Actually, if I kill caretaker, they're gonna have to sack Tinderwall to play an Axebane Guardian, and then I can still kill that. So I think I'll actually kill this. It's kind of awkward, but I need to draw like basically more stuff, more removal to do well in this game. So they can go sack Tinderwall, play like a Rebel Fort or an Axebane Guardian, and then I'll kill that. If they play Overgrown Battlement, that's going to be a problem, but lead the Stampede. Okay, they had to sack their Tinderwall for that. There's the Axebane. They're only on one land. So cannonade off the top here. One time cannonade. I can't play Thorn into this. So I have to just go play Farseek. Gotta draw lands at some point, right? So now I think I want to get Ice Tunnel. I have already 2 green sources. Maybe I want another green source. I don't need another blue source, I guess. I guess I just get Woodland Chasm here. That way I have double black to flashback Edict eventually. And I'll just pass. They most likely can't really do anything this turn, because even if they draw a land, they can't play Axebane Guardian. Alright, Caretaker. It's fine. I think I'll just kill that. That still kind of locks them out of doing much. I could kill one of these, but I want to like just try to draw a cannonade. Maybe I should just have 4 cannonade just for rangers and Llanowar elves and stuff, even if it can be awkward. This is interesting because I can deploy Thorn. I draw a card, then they have to attack and lose a ranger in order to take the Monarch, and then I can always play another Thorn or a Dino the next turn. I think it's worth it. It's kind of awkward, but I think that's where we're at. So let's go. I could draw Bolt as well. Oh, okay. Tinderwall. Okay. See if they just trade a ranger to take the Monarch. They do. So I'm going to attack back, and then they have to trade their Tinderwall to hold on to the Monarch if they want to, and then I could always just play another Thorn, take the Monarch back. It's kind of annoying giving them a draw here, but I think it's worth it because I want to draw cards to hit lands. Oh, there's Axebane. That's actually pretty bad. So why don't I start just by attacking with Thorn? Take the Monarch that way. Alternatively, I could just play Thorn plus Into the North. Just them having this is annoying. They have 6 cards in hand. I think that might be better. Drawing a card now is reasonable too. I think I'm gonna attack actually, because I can attack, play Llanowar Visionary, then they have to do something pretty good or lose another Quarian Ranger by attacking into Visionary, and I get to draw a card now, and then I can always just Thorn next turn. And if they chump this Thorn, then I can play another Thorn plus Into the North. Um, so I think this is the line. Like, I really want them to chump here, thinking that they can hold on to the Monarch. Okay, they're not going to. So now I'll just lead Llanowar Visionary. And then I can also play Into the North. Ice Tunnel, okay. We're kind of doing it here. Let's see. Don't need another blue source. I could just get Swamp. Or I can just get Highland Forest. Not really sure. Drawing Bolt would be sweet here. Okay, Boarding Party's not bad. So they can take the Monarch back, but again, then they have to lose a Quarian Ranger. So they're going to go 3 mana, Rebel Fort. Okay. Then they can go untap this. They could untap it potentially twice and play like another creature. But then they'd have to bounce both their lands to do so. I'm not that scared of what they can do here. Okay, no attack. And we draw Cannonade. That's huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think what I'll do is I'll just tap Llanowar Visionary, play Cannonade, then play Boarding Party. Seems pretty straightforward. Because I could easily hit a removal off this Boarding Party as well. Removal spell, which is nice. And there's a Tribal Flames. Sweet. Just going to take out the Axebane Guardian, keep them down on mana. And we got him. Whew. Now we just need to draw infinite removal. Maybe 4 Cannonade is too many. Maybe I have 3 because drawing multiples is generally not going to be that great. Maybe I just don't have Thorn though. Even though it was decent there, as you can see, it can be hard to protect the Monarch. Was pretty decent. It also trades for like their big stuff. If they don't have a crazy draw, if they just play like a fast Boarding Party or something, and I just like Thorn trade for it, it's decent. I could just do this. Why don't I do this? Just add 1 Cannonade minus 1 Thorn. And just have 1 Thorn. Just 3 Cannonades. Sure. Let's go. I don't think Acid Moss does anything in this matchup. Alright, I mean, I think I'm supposed to keep. They mulligan to 6. Just because I have 2 removal spells, I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. They kept 6, okay. Tinderwall, sure. Tribal Flames, got it. I may have to just cycle this Ash Barrens. Okay, now I don't. So now I can just Bolt Caretaker and then play a tap land. And then next turn I can go cycle Ash Barrens, Tribal Flame something. Sweet. So this draw is actually working out pretty well because I can Ash Barrens for Swamp. So I'll just Bolt this. They're stuck on 1 mana because that deck does not run very many lands. They might just be okay. Another Tinderwall. And a Highland Forest. Interesting. I mean, I do want to get a black source. I think the best play is cycle Ash Barrens for Swamp, play Tribal Flames, because that way if I draw an untapped win, I have the option to Thorn. And I think killing one of these Tinderwalls is actually worth it. So let's go for the line. Cycle for Swamp, play Tribal Flames. That's a Tribal Flames for 4. So now even if they draw land and go Overgrown Battlement, I can still kill that. Another Tinderwall, okay. I think I just kill it again. I don't want them to go like land Boarding Party or something. I think it's worth it. And it just uses my mana now. Whoops. Just keep killing their creatures. And then play a Thorn next turn. We have a lot more removal we can still draw. Fourth Tinderwall. Jeez. Into the north. Well, I'm definitely just jamming Thorn here. Take the Monarch, start drawing cards. It's unlikely that they can take the Monarch here. You're going to play like an Axebane or something? A boarding party? Yeah. Okay, I mean, I can still block this. What they hit? Lead the Stampede? It's scary. That is not what I wanted to see. Let's see what they hit. 4 creatures. Damn. It's going to be tough. Korean Ranger. Okay. Do they trade? I have to block, obviously. They don't. Okay. Chainer's Edict was a fine draw. Let's just play it. And then I play Forest and then Into the North in case I draw Lightning Bolt. I want to have a red source. I'm going to get blue-black here. And then pass. So they do have a Rubble for it, but they're only on 3 mana. So they probably just have to play Axebane and pass. Another Into the North, okay. Might be okay. Might be able to fight through this. Korean. And then Korean into Axebane. Alright. Do need to draw a removal spell here. Into the north. That was not good. Because it wasn't even a land to be able to cast Dino. That's brutal. So I'm just going to play both of these, and then I'm probably going to lose now. That sucks. I think you can just get Woodland Chasm and then like a Fjord or something. So I can draw Cast Down or Bolt here. Kill this. Otherwise I get to go Rubble for it and kind of go off. Damn. Looked like we were like kind of doing okay this game, and then we just didn't quite get there. We just drew Rampant Growths when we really just needed to draw like an untapped land, like a forest. So they're going to go play Rubble Fort, use Korean Ranger, probably play something else. They might not be able to do that much yet, but it's still going to be kind of rough. I can play a Dino. Okay, so now they're playing Rubble Fort, and then they tap this for more mana. Now they can play a Dino this turn and attack with everything. And then they take the Monarch. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Because they can go 3, untap, replay Forest, 7 mana, Dino. If we just had drawn a removal spell for this between our draw step or our end step draw, we might have been okay, but now it's tough. So I obviously just have to trade for this. And like I said, I'm in trouble. This is definitely a terrible matchup. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't even Bonder's Ornament into Dino. I just have to Dino. I think we're dead. I think I might want like a couple Blow Your House Down for this matchup. Tribal Flame. So I can kill the Axebane Guardian, or I can kill their Dino. Feel like I almost have to just kill their Dino. It's pretty close. I mean, they already have so much mana. If they have like another Lead the Stampede or something, I'm just gonna be like fucked anyway. So yeah, let's just kill their 6/5 and then pass. Tribal Flames has been pretty good in general for me. It's just a nice removal spell. It's almost like a cast down, but it's nice in these Cascade decks because you can just go face if there's no targets, and then it deals 5 damage, and you can just cast it early as a removal spell. All right, I'm dead. All right, well, they hit a Mole Drifter. Yeah, I just don't see how I'm really going to get out of this. I guess my out is to cast two Tribal Flames in the same turn. Or not Tribal Flames, two Wraths in the same turn. Maybe I should just go up to four and then try to cast two in the same turn. Because dealing 4 damage to everything does Wrath like their entire board. I could have also killed Rebel Fort there, but I don't think that was right. So they're going to cast Mole Drifter here. Then they draw a card from this too. They have like infinite mana. Pretty sure we're dead. Dino with haste into Grizzlies. I'm at 14. Are they going to just activate Grizzlies now? They can't go off infinite yet. This feels just like activate, yeah. And they hit Dino, and then they can cast Dino. All right, we're dead now. GG's. Definitely need some more hate for that matchup. Okay, like, sure. It's a really bad matchup for us. Again, having, I think, just like maybe finding room for 1 or 2 copies of Blow Your House Down, and I think actually going for that sideboard plan of going up to 4 Cannonade is where we want to be. But that matchup is so terrible, I think, and like, we still were, we had a shot to win. If we had drawn a removal spell for that Axebane Guardian on that key turn, I think we could have turned the corner, because then we kill that. They can't really do much on the next turn, and then we start playing dinos, and then maybe we keep hitting removal spells and kind of holding them down. But we just weren't quite able to disrupt them enough. So see you in round 2. We'll try to get there. All right, welcome to round 2 in the 0-1 bracket against Mana Man Van Turk. Let's play first. I think we're supposed to keep this hand. We have turn 1 cycle Ash Barrens. We can get Mountain, turn 2 into the north. Opponent's on the Mold of 6. Then we can into the north for black green. So we'll have green red, or no, blue black I meant. Green, red, black, blue. So we'll have all 4 colors that we need. We'll only have 1 green source, but we'll see what we draw. We could always change what we into the north for, depending on that. Mana Man Van Turk plays a bunch of different decks. They were on land destruction for a while, but I think they've been playing other things. So we'll see. Always fun to see what the opponent's on. They are on 6 cards. Plains. Plains Thraben. Okay. I'm not going to worry about bolting that right away. Just go Mountain. See what we draw. We draw another green source. It's good to know. Just go into the north. I could have like killed this right away so they can't like Core Skyfisher it back. But I think this is fine. I am going to get Ice Tunnel here if I can find it. Pass. Now next turn I could go like Bolt plus Chainer's Edict if I need to. Another Thraben. Okay. And a Windscarred Crag. Sure. I don't really want to evoke Mole Drifter, but seems like it might be the best use of my time. I could also just go Bolt plus Chainer's Edict to deal with their 2 Thrabens. It's obviously not ideal. They draw cards off these. Opponent looks like they might just be on Boros Bully. I think I want to try to save the Mole Drifter to hardcast it. So yeah, let's just do this. I don't want them to have these in play for them to bounce and gain even more value. So let's just kill them now. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. If this is Boros Bully, we get to bring in Quad Cannonade. And I feel like it is with multiple basic planes. Yeah, there's Seeker of the Way. Okay, makes sense. All right, so I will just evoke Mole Drifter now because I need to like use my mana. I want to draw lands, and I will bolt this now as well. Nice. Hit a land. That's good. Now, any untapped land and I can cast Boarding Party. Our only bad draws really now is like Dino and another Boarding Party. So they go Crack Clue and then Loot. They might be looking for lands. Wouldn't be surprised if they discard Strands here. And then play like a Boros Garrison or something. I think this matchup should be pretty reasonable for us. Also, because of our sideboard, I think a lot of our matchups get much better post board compared to our game one. Like a lot of our game ones, I think, are not great. And then post board, a lot of our matchups get better. There's a rally. Okay. Well, Acid Moss is great. Acid Moss is really good in this matchup because they should have 4 Boros Garrison. So I don't need any more green. I do need another red. I guess I get red white. Oh, I can't. So if I want a white source, I have to get green, but I kind of want another red land just in case I draw like multiple red spells I want to cast. So I think I just take Highland Forest because with Acid Moss, you can only get forests. I'll just take Highland Forest. The other consideration there was to take the Arctic Tree Line, I think, the green-white land, just to have all 5 basic land types, so our Tribal Flames then hit for 5. But I don't think that's really necessary. Boarding Party into the north, sounds good. Now we can Dino next turn guaranteed. And now I can actually get a white source. So I can either get green white or green or white red. I have quad green already. So I'll just go up to trip red, get my white source down, and then hit for 6. This game is not over because they could just go like Hawk or something and put a lot of pressure on me with Rally, but it's looking good. I'm going to get to Dino next turn. That's pretty tough for them to deal with, I feel like. Yeah, they could have like a journey for my Dino or something, but I even already have this out. I have 2 Dinos that I can cast over the next 2 turns. So opponent was on the mulligan, and we just played a bunch of removal into Acid Moss, into Boarding Party. So it's basically exactly what our deck's trying to do. Quad Plains out, huh? Oh, maybe they have a Guardian of the Guild pack here? Oh, it's just a Battle Screech, okay. Into Bolt? That's good. All right, let's go Dino. Wholesome Arasa, get back Boarding Party. I think that's better than Mole Drifter. Gain a bunch of life. Now if they play a white creature, they can flashback Battle Screech. But I do have a 6/5 reach. It's not nothing. Next turn, I'll probably go Boarding Party plus Chainer's Edict, honestly. This is good. This is good. They get to go Hawk, get 3 Hawks, play another Hawk, and flashback Battle Screech. I might need to just go play Dino here. Oh, they're playing Looting rather than playing any more Hawks. Maybe they're worried about Cannonade. They have a Strands. Okay. Yeah, this is like definitely not over. Another Boarding Party. I think I'm going attack. I need to pressure their life total and then play another Dino. Because I want a blocker and then next turn I can start playing Boarding Party and then I'm really threatening their life total. And I'm at 25, so even if they go like Journey my 1 Dino that's back plus Rally the Peasants, I don't actually die to that. So yeah, I'm really I'm definitely just supposed to play a Dino here. I was gonna say if I hit Bonders, I can cast Chainer's Edict here. So I'm going to attack and then just play a Chainer's Edict. Still feeling pretty decent here. The fact that these have trample is pretty relevant. I just eat a bird token. Definitely siding out these Chainer's Edict in this matchup. That's why we only have 2 main. 2 main, 2 board. I like that split. because they're serviceable in a lot of matchups, and when they're good, they're really nice. And like against mono white, just having access to them game one is huge. Mono white heroic, I mean. So they're at 10, and I have 12 power trample. I know they can flashback strands to fog for a turn, but I'm at 25, so they don't even really have attacks even with rally. So I could always go boarding party and then attack with just one dino and boarding party, and then they have to kind of do something. I could also just go boarding party attack with all, and then they have double strands. That could buy them enough time to win. Ooh, another battle screech? That's scary. It's really scary. And then flashback battle screech. I might just die to that. I have no cannonades in the main. It's just another land, okay. Go boarding party. Acid moss, okay. Doesn't do that much, but it's not terrible. Guess I'll get another blue source. I don't know if it matters. Now I think I'm just attacking with one dino and boarding party. But then they're not forced to strands this turn. If they go rally, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's lethal. Oh no, it's 24. So it's one short of lethal. They have 3 hawks in hand, so their hand is just literally triple hawk. So if I attack with both of these, they either have to block or play strands. I think leaving back one dino is actually decent. Because otherwise, if I attack with both dinos, they're gonna strands name green, 100%. I think this is the attack. I guess they could just go chump boarding party, take 6, but then it makes their blocks next turn, like, it makes them have to strands every turn basically for the rest of the game. So they have a Faithless Looting in yard, they have a Firebolt in yard. We have double Chainer's Edict in yard, which could be relevant. I'm probably just going to play another boarding party next turn, though. The reason I attacked with these also is because it's 2 separate colors of creatures, so it's kind of annoying for them to strands. One option, what they could do, is they could triple block boarding party and then cast strands name red. But then they're taking 6. It just seems not great for them, honestly. At least I like leaving back one dino because it seems to make their blocks a lot worse. So they could just go triple block boarding party, take 6. I mean, if that's what they're doing, I'm totally fine with that. They should probably just chump boarding party, take 6, go to 4, not use the strands. That's probably what I would do, but I don't know. It's kind of rough for them. I guess they could just strands and then try to win. They can play 2 hawks next turn. They're just gonna trade. Okay. Whoa. Okay, they're gonna strands here name red. So they are gonna do the strands name red play. Because why would they? Oh wow, they're just trading everything? No, they're gonna strands. They're gonna strands. Okay, so they're gonna strands name red. So they kill my boarding party. They don't lose any of their stuff. And then I pass. They're at 4. Palace Sentinels take the Monarch. Jeez. Hawk. Okay. So they're trying to set up a win next turn, basically. They did use one of their strands. A Braid. Okay, Braid's good. Kills something. I wonder if I should have just attacked with all last turn. Because then they couldn't have really taken that line. I guess they would have had to use the other strands as well. And I wasn't facing lethal. So, maybe. Just see what I hit on this boarding party. A Tribal Flames. Okay. Oh, then they just... I should have Tribal Flames a creature, I think. Now they have to strands name red. but then I just get to attack with 12 trample. So they strands name red. Okay, this is actually correct, I think, still. So now I just attack with both dinos, and then they're gonna block with this, and I can always abrade on something. Yeah, nice. So the tribal flames actually got there because it forced them to strands. So that was pretty dope. That was a good game. That was close. And now, here we go, here we go. Cannonades coming in. Edicts coming out. Relics, I think, are actually good in this matchup too. They have like looting, battle screech. What else do they have? Strands is a huge one. They have a lot. I think Acid Moss is actually good. I could side out Visionary just because I'm bringing in Quad Cannonade and it dies for that. I think Muldrifter is good enough because I actually draw 2 and it's just bigger than their flyers. I could board out a Farseek if I want to get a little greedy. I could just board out the 2 Lightning Bolts because I still have Quad Tribal Flames and actually just like 1-for-1ing their creatures, except for Seeker the way is not great. And I really want to just rely on Cannonade plus a couple other removal spells. So I think this is where I want to be. I think keeping the 5 Farseek, like 5 Rampant Growth effects is good. Let's run it. Got to remember that now our only black card is 1 cast down, so we don't really need black mana. We have 3 Muldrifters, and the rest are green cards with Tribal Flames and Cannonade. I mean, this hand isn't great, but I think I'm supposed to keep. I have a Relic, which is decent. I can draw a card with it. I have Bonder's Ornaments to fix my mana, and I do have a Cannonade. So, yeah, this hand doesn't have a Rampant Growth, but I think it's fine. See, postboard just getting to go up to Quad Cannonade helps this matchup so much because now it's like, okay, if they're playing Thraben Inspectors or something, do we care? I don't think so. We just wait and then we Cannonade later and just try to wipe up multiple things. Playing Thraben, they were on the mold of 6 again. Just gonna play a tap land, pass. Might just have to crack Relic if I don't draw another land. Hawk, okay. Well, maybe we'll be able to Cannonade here. All right, so they get 3 Hawks. They hit for 1. Land? Nice. So I think I'm just going play Relic, play Island, play Relic. Pass. Could just crack Relic. I don't know if I need to because next turn I'm just playing Bonder's Ornament, so I'll have Relic up anyway. There's 2 Hawks and a tap land, okay. Because I could crack Relic and I could draw, there's basically no way I draw an untapped red source. But is Relic doing anything sitting in play? Not going to play a removal spell anyway. I think I just untap. Bonders pass. If they don't play anything, they're probably going to have strands up. But then I can always pass the turn with Cannonade up. What is this? A Bonders of their own? I do have 1 to braid. What could this be for 3 mana? Other than Bonders. I guess they could just play a Rally the Peasants right now from their hand. Stone Rain? I was not expecting them to bring that in. Okay. I'm fine with that. Ooh, that's a juicy Linvilli Acid Moss target. Just gonna Relic their Stone Rain away. Not that it really matters. Not gonna crack Relic now because I can just play Cannonade on my turn. Just deal with these while they can't strands. Then they can play some more Hawks and I'll just try to deal with those. I could also just pass with Cannonade up, but they're just gonna hit for 3. Maybe that's worth. Let's see. So I have more land, so that's good. Again, do I pass with Cannonade up and risk them strandsing it? I don't think so. I think I'm doing okay if I just Cannonade now. Yeah, I don't get like full value, but I still kill 3 creatures. I think that's worth. Could also just crack Relic at this point. Can also jam a Mole Drifter next turn to deal with some of their Hawks. Another Stone Rain? I'm like shocked. And then they're going to play 1 Hawk. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand. I think I crack Relic now. Okay, Ice Tunnel, that's decent. I think I want to play some of these tap lands. Like I could play Ice Tunnel, play Bonder's Ornament, pass. Killing this clue is also decent with a Braid. But then I could go play Bonder's Ornament, play Forest, abrade this. Then I'm at 5 mana and I can still Mole Drifter tap land next turn. Stops them from drawing a card. I think I actually like that play. It's a weird line, but I'm gonna do it. It's just like trading a card for a card, basically. I can still Mole Drifter next turn. Okay, Battle Screech. Okay, that's bad. I do have, again, 4 Cannonades in my deck, so I can always draw more of them. Another Boros Garrison. So they have 1 Hawk, 1 land, and they were able to get around Relic. There's not like I could have done anything with this Relic anyway. So we just cast this, play a tap land, and there's another Cannonade. Perfect. I just play Ice Tunnel, pass. If they have a rally here, they can get in for a bunch of damage and then maybe kill me with burn spells. Wow. They just have quad Stone Rain, I guess. I guess they're just playing Stone Rain instead of playing... I feel like they have Rally here also. Yeah, they're just playing Stone Rain instead of Cleansing Wildfire. This has to be Rally, which I think is actually fine. If they're playing Rally, they're not. Okay, well, I have another Cannonade, so that's bad for them. They don't have a... Wait, let's see, is that all the Hawks? Yeah. They don't have strands up here, so this is going to be pretty bad for them. Attack for 2, and then Cannonade right now. Just having 4 Cannonade in this matchup is just so massive. Cannonade, tap land, Relic, Relic U. I don't think Stone Rain is actually that good against us. Like, yeah, it can color screw us, so maybe that's what they're hoping for, but it's not like they're even like a turn 2 Stone Rain deck or anything. Do I pop Relic? I don't think so. It's actually good. Pulse. Pulse is good, but I think I just go Boarding Party here. Nice. I think that matchup's reasonable for us, especially like I said, post board gets a lot better with quad Cannonade. So sweet, 1 and 1. Let's go round 3. All right, we're against Super Mogai, and we're on the play. This hand is close because we have a turn 1 tap land, a turn 2 potential Tribal Flames, but if we don't draw an untapped land, we cannot even evoke Mole Drifter on 3. I think we're supposed to mulligan. All right, well, this is obviously worse. I always think it's Super Mogai, but it's Super A Mogai. Am I missing something? Re Mogai? Supri Mog Yui? I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Sorry. Super Mogai. That's what I say. Super Mogai. Obviously mulliganing this hand as well. They go to 6. So we're on 5 and we have a 1 lander. I think we have to go to 4. It's brutal. I don't think we can keep this. We're on the play. This doesn't really work. We just got to go to 4 and just basically keep lands. They went to 5 as well, so that gives us a chance. Oh my god. This is why the blue decks are just so much better. I'm gonna keep this, I think. I'm on 4 cards. They kept 5. I don't think I want to go to 3. I'm just gonna hope I draw a land. So let's put back these and just keep all my lands and card draw and stuff. All right. How many outs do I have? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sort of 12 untapped lands that I can draw. I discard a card. So they're on, I think we played this person before and they were on that black green mid range deck. So obviously mulling to 4 against that is not good. And we draw land. Okay. So we cast Into the North. And I think we get blue black. So that was a good draw. They could just cast another Raven's Crime, get our last card. They don't. Okay. We're ramping. So now I could get red white. I have 2 green sources. Getting a second red source would be good. Yeah, I'll just get red white. Turn my tribal flames into 5 damage. Could be relevant. I think they just played this list and did decent in the challenge. Wow, we are drawing perfects. Ornament into Farseek. Jeez, going off here. Now I think I want to get a black source, so I can either get Mire or Chasm. I think I just get Chasm. I wanted a second black so I can flashback Edicts, but yeah, this was like a perfect 4, and they're not really functioning on 5, so. Right, can't Carnarium, but we're out of cards in hand, so. The only thing we cannot cast is Dino. I kind of want to just Tribal Flames their face, just deal them 5 damage, but alternatively, what I can do is if they want to flashback a Raven's Crime, they're so low on mana that that kind of hurts them as well. And then I could just draw a card in response. I think I'm just going to hold this in hand. And if I draw just a random land, I can just discard that to Raven's Crime. Thorn, okay. It's obviously not good for me, but I have a lot of outs. Just need to draw a boarding party, basically. Okay, land. So close. I have kind of the same problem. I think what I need to do is play Fjord. Just sucks if they Ravenscry me, which they're probably gonna do. I guess I'm just gonna play Fjord, Tribal Flames this, and hope they don't Ravenscry me because I don't want this to be on board anyway for when I die now. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I was supposed to just plan on discarding my Tribal Flames to the Ravenscry so I can guarantee Dino next turn. But I don't know if I like that. Wow, they're not Ravenscriming. That was just so incredibly good for me. They probably have a bunch of removal, which sucks, but I mean, me just getting to cast this is so lucky for me, I feel like. And into Mole Drifter. Wow, this has been a great, great 4. Okay, nice. I don't really care about discarding these ornaments here. If they had just played Ravenscry, that would have been really bad. They just play some removal spells here, I assume. Cast down. Nope. Edict. Yep. We're playing for the long game here, though. I think they might have ornaments of their own. Okay, let's go. Play ornament. Play land. Pass. That way, if they do play Ravenscry, I can draw end of turn and just discard an ornament here. If I had played ornament, I couldn't have drawn a card, so I think this is correct. I want to draw a card end of turn. Merchant of the Veil, sure. I think it's Merchant of the Veil just seems like a funny include in that deck to me. Just cycle this now. I can use my mana efficiently. I think I'll get Swamp. Go to my turn. Just a cast down. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I think I'll just pass. I guess maybe I should just kill this now. I don't want them to loot with it. Then I can't draw 2 off my Bonders. I guess taking 2 is fine. I think I'd rather draw 2 cards. And if they try to Ravenscry me, then I can just cast down in response. Yeah, I like just passing. If they just attack, I'll just take 2. They have ninjutsu. I'm actually surprised that they have that. I think I'll just cast down it. So that actually worked out, I think, better for me in the end because they now have their merchant back in hand. So they're playing Haggle. Sure, they discard a land probably. They discard a Flame Slash. Okay. They draw a card. I'll draw a card. They have the Monarch, but we're doing okay here. There's Dino, okay. 4, 5, 6. I could just play Forest, I guess. Boarding Party one time. It's like the worst hit. Could keep that in my deck for more value, but I think I just Edict them. And then pass. Just plan on end of turn drawing a card with Ornament again. Wonder if they can just kill all my creatures. They might be able to. Rager, okay. I don't remember seeing Shinobi in their previous list. Maybe they added it. We have a couple Mole Drifters left. We have a bunch more Cascaders. We have 3 Tribal Flames left as well. A lot of good draws. Multiple Lightning Bolts. Interesting. Could also just flash back a Chainer's Edict, but I don't want to use this yet. I want to wait on it. Just going to pass the turn. I know I could have drawn with Bonded on it right there, but I don't want to get stuck with cards in hand and get them discarded. I'll just take 2 here. They have 8 cards in hand, but they're not on very much mana. All right. So now I just bolt this and then bolt them. I think dealing them 3 is worth it because, again, we do have a bunch of Tribal Flames in our deck. We can just start pointing face at some point, potentially. Right, Bone Picker for 1 mana, sure. Play Merchant. I can actually draw 2 cards end of turn here, so that's nice. Also want to try to play fast in this matchup. They beat us with this deck last time we played them. This deck is cool. It definitely has some interesting card choices, but I like the idea of the black-red mid-range deck with Monarch. Okay, just multiple lands. I mean, I could just go land, Chainer's Edict, and flashback Chainer's Edict right now. I don't hate that line. And then I just have a land in my hand. I'm not in a rush to draw cards, really. Just Edict from hand and then flashback Edict right now. They could have Bog or something, so I think using this is fine. Also, holding a land in hand isn't terrible because it kind of protects me in a way from Raven's Crime. Like they have to crime this land and then other spells I draw. But I think it's better just to play all my lands out and then just build up a massive board presence. The turn where they didn't Raven's Crime and I had Dino as my last card, that was, I think, key. They just lightning bolt my face right now so they don't have to discard. Makes sense. We also have a bunch of tribal flames. Let's go Dino into boarding party. Mole Drifter, I'll take it. Can cast any spell in our deck still. Double Acid Moss. Sure. That's actually really good because they're really like tight on mana here. Terminate, sure. Just get falls. Pass the turn. Don't want them to discard this, but they probably will. Bolt my thing. We're like outdrawing them and they've had the Monarch the entire game. Chitter. I'm actually fine with that. I do want to redraw that and I don't want to mill. So I think this is good. I think I'm going to go Manvuli Acid Moss, your dual land, and then flashback Chainer's Edict. Just get a tree line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flashback Edict before it gets bogged. I don't even know if they have bog. I'm just assuming that they do. Oh, I don't know if they have Bonder's Ornament either. I feel like they might not. Now I know they have 3 boarding parties, at least in the list that I saw previously. Mole Drifter. Sounds good. Let's cast it. And again, we have a bunch of tribal flames left in our deck, and now they're going to be down on 2 mana, 0 red mana. I think they're dead here. I think I'm leaving in the Acid Mosses in this matchup, actually. Nice. Acid Mossed him out of the game there. They had the Monarch like that entire game. That was pretty impressive. All right, what do we do? Let me look up this list real quick. From the challenge that the opponent played in. Oh, I didn't look it up correctly. I thought Super Mogo. Oh, it's a different challenge. It's a different challenge. Okay, I'm looking it up real quick. So I can show you the whole list. Here it is. So I think this is pretty much what they're on. Yeah, triple boarding party, double bone picker, quad chitter, 1 merchant, 1 shinobi. So they do have 1 shinobi, triple rager. So quad chitter, triple rager. So they're like a black base deck with a bunch of red removal. They might bring in Wildfire. It's not even that good. I don't think they have much in the board they can bring in. They can bring in a Shenanigans for my ornaments. They have a Reaping. They do have 1 Bog. Triple Chainer's Edict. I don't think I bring in Relics. I don't think Relic really does much. I would be surprised if they're not on like exactly this list. So I think Thorn is actually reasonable just because if they take the Monarch, then I can take the Monarch back. Chainer's Edict, I mean, wasn't bad. I mean, it was still dealt with 2 of their creatures that time. This is a Predatory Night Stalker. That's a pretty sweet include. Just a big value creature. I could also play like 2 Cannonades because they have Chitters and Ragers. And, oh, this is actually good. Let's go. Couple Cannonades is great, actually, because they have Chitters, Ragers, and the 3/2 flyers. I have 40 seconds here. Let me look at their list again. Where'd their list go? It's right here. Just put it over here. Oh yeah, Cannonade's actually pretty good. Okay, I have 26 seconds. I need to side out 3 cards. Pulse is good. Abrade's good. Bolt is okay. It's not great. I think I go down one Farseek effect because I don't want too much fluff in the deck. 12 seconds. I kind of took too long here. I think I'll just side out the bolts. Let's just do this. I don't think this is optimal necessarily, but I think it's reasonable. I probably should have sided out 2 Tribal Flames because Bolt just kills Boarding Party before it hits me even. I feel like this is a mulligan. Doesn't really do anything, and I only have 2 lands. I just want more lands in my hand. Oh god. We mulliganed to 4 that game. Our 4 was incredible, but that was a 4-card hand. Man, we're going to 5 here. Let's see. Going to 5 against the discard deck. Okay, I'm keeping this. Putting back Dino and Tribal Flames. If they make me like discard a card, I'll probably just discard a Braid. Lead Highland Forest, I think. Okay, can't cast that yet. Wonder if I just discard Thorn. I think I can just discard a Braid, honestly. It's bad if they go Bonders, but we didn't see any Bonders in their list. Carnarium, okay, that's my Unvolley Asimos target. Let's go. I'm expecting them to just like go Chitter here or something. They bog me, sure. Looks like their mana is not that great here. Knight's Whisper? No. Okay, play my land drops. There's the Chitter, okay. That's definitely annoying. I'll probably be taking 2 off the Chitter as well, just to try to cannonade multiple creatures. Sucks we aren't able to cast this Thorn here. I think I want 1 more black source in my mana base. Definitely taking 2, hoping for the 2-for-1 here. So much better than trying to just kill this and then not get a 2-for-1. Another Chitter. Okay, it's just time walking me. So I think I'm just gonna pass again. I could even take 4 and hope they play another Rager or Chitter post combat. I think I'm gonna do that. It's kind of rough because I can't take infinite damage, but if I am able to get 1 more 2/2, it's totally worth. Okay, I mean, now we just do it. And they time walk us again, so this is like the best possible Chitters when they just time walk like this. Those were so brutal. At least we were able to mop them up with Cannonade. There's Rager, okay. Still think the Cannonades are actually good. Relic, sure. It's interesting that they have Relic. Just to deal with our like Pulsamarasas, I guess. We need to draw, we want to draw Ornament. It's probably our best draw. Just an actual black source is good, like an Ash Barrens or a tap black land. It's brutal. I'm at 12. I just don't want them to boarding party, basically. Why do I have to say it? Every time. Terminate? Okay, they can't cast it. I always have to open my mouth. There's Bonders, but just 1 turn too late. We're just dead. That sucked. Okay, I still think this matchup is reasonable. Now let's think about this more. I guess Bolt is better than Tribal Flames, but do I want Tribal Flames just for the grindiness and just like to be able to Tribal Flames face? Maybe. I do think Cannonade being able to 2-for-1 them is relevant. Now they know about it though, I think they play around it a little bit more. It's going to be tougher to get 2-for-1s or 3-for-1s. I think 2 Cannonade now is going to be fine now that they know about it. Also kind of just don't want to side out and into the north, maybe. I just want to be the ramp deck. Just 2 Tribal Flames, 2 Bolt, just so I have more value in the deck. I know they have Relic, but I'm not going to be too scared. I'll probably find a place to be able to pulse. Let's just not mulligan to 4 here. Jeez. Think I have to keep this. Fuck. I could go to 5, but I can maybe evoke Muldrifter here. Jeez, this is so rough. Mulligan so much this match. I feel like this matchup should be decent for us. And do I have to get a red source here? I feel like I do. We'll see what they do. I can cast Muldrifter. I don't necessarily need to cast these yet anyway. It's tough. I think I just Ash Barrens for Forest. Because then if I draw a Rampant Growth effect into the north or Farseek, I can just cast it. And I have 5 of those in my deck, so just sucks if I like miss on lands entirely, but there's nothing I can really do. Alright, they play Caves, pass. I'm gonna get Forest here again. I want to draw Rampant Growth. Well, drawing Forest is obviously bad, but I can still evoke Muldrifter next turn. They're gonna make me discard a card? No. Right now I can just play Bonder's Ornament, and then if I draw an untapped land, I can hardcast Muldrifter. I think that's worth it. And then if I don't draw an untapped land, I can just evoke Muldrifter looking for lands. So yeah, that was a really good draw. Cleansing Wildfire, shenanigans, brutal. Ice Tunnel is good. We don't have a red source yet. Okay, there's a red source. I think I just play Ice Tunnel. I don't really care if they kill it. I don't even have, I have 1 cast down in my deck, right? Did they miss a land? Oh, they missed a land drop? Knight's Whisper. Okay. Let's see if they miss. They don't. Okay, Llanowar Visionary. I think I'm still supposed to Into the North because I can Into the North land and then I can Boarding Party next turn, get my red source down. Would be nice to draw a card, but then I can't guarantee do anything next turn, so I definitely have to do this. So, do I get red-white? I have just 1 cast. Oh, I have double Thorn. I have 1 black source. I only have 2 tribal flames. I don't need the white mana yet. So I guess getting black-red is best. Don't have anything up because I don't have my red source untapped. But again, I can Boarding Party next turn, so I'm pretty far ahead here. Rager is totally fine. Now I'm just going to jam Boarding Party. They have to discard a card. They missed lands. Yeah, that sucks. But I mean, we mulliganed infinite this match. And again, I think this matchup is just kind of favored for us. Ooh, Acid Moss, let's go. Acid Moss was a great draw. Next turn, how much mana do I have? 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can probably just go Visionary plus Acid Moss. We'll see what they do. They're at 13. They'll probably just play a couple removal spells here. Knight's Whisper. I think we're just like both mid-range decks, but I'm the bigger mid-range deck. Yeah, my deck is pretty inconsistent, but once it gets going, I think I have just like more value than them. So they did find another land, Bolt of Flame Slash, same thing. Taking them down a land here is going to be pretty brutal for them. So let's go Visionary, and then Acid Moss. I think I'll actually attack, see if they want to trade. Maybe I don't want to trade. I don't care about their Rager actually. I'd rather play around Edict a little bit more. And then I can just get a black source. I don't need another black source really. I guess I'd rather have another red source. Just go no attack. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 mana potentially. These cannonades are not looking good when I'm ahead, but I'm ahead, so it's okay for now. I'll just lead on Dino, see what happens. Still lead on Dino over boarding party, I think. Five, 6, 7, Dino. Into Tribal Flames. So I can hit their face for 4, or I can kill the Rager. I think killing Rager is better. I just get to attack with both then. Don't have to use my Abrade. Tribal Flames is pretty sweet. We have 1 Tribal Flames left in the deck now. They bolt, double bolt. That's fine. Now my boarding party is much more likely to survive. They can still climb out of this, but I also have more Acid Mosses in the deck. Yeah, just having this really helps the matchup too. Okay, they're on only 4 mana. I think I just go land. Boarding party. Acid Moss into the north. That was probably one of the worst hits in our deck, but I think it's still fine. Now I'll get this. See if they have another lightning bolt. If they do, then we're kind of at parity, except that I have like 3 times the mana that they have. They do have another bolt. I don't want to see Chitter. I guess they'd have to go Swamp Chitter. No, no. That's bad for me. I do have 2 thorns of my own. I have... Okay. They have shenanigans. So Bonder's Ornament isn't actually that good. It will draw me 1 card. Obviously boarding party is like insane here. Mole Drifter's insane too. Sweet. It's not good. I could hold the forest to discard to their Ravenscram so I can keep my Cannonade. Is that even worth? I think it's not worth it. I'd rather just play all my lands and just have more lands actually in play. So they cannot Flashback Edict yet. So they have to have another removal spell from Mole Drifter or the 3/2 flying. They might be able to stabilize with this Monarch, but wow. Boarding party into Lightning Bolt? Oh my god. No, not like this. No. Man, don't make me lose like this. I had so many opportunities. Chitter, okay. So ability on the stack, I play Cannonade, then I don't have to put a card on top, so I can have a fresh draw. It's better to be hellbent against Chitter, that's for sure. I'm at 8. Acid Moss, that doesn't quite do anything. Does take them off double black, take them down a mana. I have to find an answer to this boarding party basically this turn. Another black source. Another boarding party. GG's. That's brutal. And they just choose to not cast Relic. I can't believe they beat us there. I felt like I was so far ahead. Just a little bit too late. I was gonna Dino into Mole Drifter into Pult and then draw Pulse and Bonders. Like we were just so close. We just needed one good thing like that. Damn. Felt like we Had so much opportunity to win that game. Just couldn't quite get there. That was a good match. Good game, Supermo guy. See you around, and see everyone in round 4. Let's try to win out. All right, welcome to round 4 after that crushing defeat from Supermo guy. See if we can turn it around. 1-2 bracket here. I think I'm actually supposed to keep this hand. I have like Tribal Flames, Tribal Flames. They only deal 2 damage right now. Maybe I'm not. This hand like doesn't really do anything. It just plays removal spells. I need to draw like so many lands. All right, this is obviously a lot better. Let's keep. I think I can just put back an Abrade. Maybe I can just put back a Tribal Flames. Because I can still deal 3 damage to something, or I can kill an artifact. Yeah. We're on the play because we're good. Not because we're lucky. Planes into Thraben. Oh, it's the Menace. It is the Menace. And of course they play a 4 toughness creature. Of course. Now I needed the Tribal Flames for that. Classic. Classic mono white. I think I just Farseek and get blue-red. Hopefully we draw an untapped land for Acid Moss. If not, maybe they play another creature. I can go Bolt it plus into the north next turn. Okay, it looks like they are most likely light on mana. Okay, well now I just go into the north. I could Lightning Bolt this right now, but I think I'm supposed to just leave up Lightning Bolt. Let's see, I think I also want a... I think I do want a white source. I have green, green, red, black. Because I do want my Tribal Flames to be able to hit for 5, but at the same time I want a second red source. I mean, I guess I could get red, white. I guess that's the pick. I'm just gonna leave up Bolt, and hopefully they get greedy and like go for some enchantment on their Sacred Cat, and then I can just bolt that. But they're probably just gonna go in on Trailblazer. Yeah. So now what I need to do is need to keep their board clear of creatures and draw Chainer's Edict, basically. All right, so they do have one big thing, but it's not that crazy yet. I get to go kill Cat and then kill their land next turn. And I can play a Dino eventually here. Just kill Cat now. I take 4. It's not the end of the world. Land is good. Don't know which one of these I'm supposed to actually kill. I don't think it matters at all. So now I want another green source. Obviously I have to get a forest. I have 1 blue source, which is probably enough. I guess I can just get green red. I just want the most green and red sources possible. I don't need a second white. I could get I can't get a second black. Yeah, I should probably have 2 Woodland Chasm. Next time I would run that. Yeah, let's just get another green red. Maybe getting another blue source could be correct in case I want to like evoke 2 Muldrifters or something, but I don't think so. So we just need to draw Chainer's Edict, basically. Untapped land is good too. Pulse. Actually don't have anything to pulse right now. So I need to draw something. I don't even have a land in graveyard. I don't want to pulse and give them a land either, but I might have to at some point. So I don't want them to play another creature here, which they're probably going to do. I'll just take. Doesn't change the clock as of right now. And I'll end up turn to braid something. If they protect this, it's pretty bad for me. They don't. Chainer's Edict. Acid Moss. Okay, that gets me another land. And then I can play Dino and then hopefully hit a Chainer's Edict off that. I just like to leave out maximum separate colors in order to like represent so the opponent doesn't know like what we could have. So we could have a lot of different stuff. Right now I'll get another blue source, because why not? So they might, yeah, they put Benevolent Blessing on here, and then they probably just give it +2/+2 and kill us. Probably dead, but our matchup gets good post board, I think. We just go up to 4 Cannonade, 4 Edict. Classic mono white. Okay. Edicts coming in, Cannonades coming in, because you want Cannonades, you want to wipe up all their creatures and then Edict their big creature, because a lot of times they have a lot of like 1/1s to prevent Edicts, so you really want the maximum number of Cannonades and Edicts to be able to make sure you can Edict their big thing. I think Pulse is bad. I think Monvoliasimos is bad. I think we can just do this. Thorn is actually pretty good. It is risky against their 1/1s. I think I want all the possible removal. I could side out like 1 Dino and go 1 Thorn. Seems good. I don't think I want Weather the Storm. Yeah, let's go with this. Just maximum removal, Quad Edict. All right, I'll keep. We have a turn 2 into the north. We have a bunch of removal. This is that deck is like my nemesis, basically. I still don't think that deck is good. People love to play it though. They always lead Trailblazer every time, guaranteed. It's like 100% that they lead Trailblazer. I think I get blue red. I guess I don't have a blue white land. So I have Jund colors right now, and there's no way for me to get all 5 colors actually with the lands that I've drawn. So I think I just get blue red. I want a blue source and another red source seems like the second best option. So let's just go with that. If they just play like another 2-drop, I can just Tribal Flames this. I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty decent position here. If they go in on this, I can just play a Bonder's Ornament. Okay, so it has 6 toughness. I don't need to Cannonade yet. Can take some damage for a little while. There's an Edict, okay. So what I could do is leave up Cannonade here, and then go end of turn Cannonade, then Edict, but I don't think I need to yet. I think I can just develop my mana, and then next turn plan on going Cannonade into Edict. I think it's better just to get the ornament down. Yes, I just want them to commit more to this. Yeah, I'm taking damage, but I think it's worth. Even if they have a protection spell, it doesn't stop Edict. So yeah, now I just get to go land, pass, end of turn, Cannonade. So I have to take damage again, and then I untap an Edict. I didn't want to go Tribal Flames into Edict because they could play a protection spell on the Tribal Flames. So I did not want to do that. I just go to 8, and I think they're in trouble here. I don't know. Okay, that's annoying, but I can actually beat that potentially. What I have to do is go end of turn Cannonade, and then Tribal Flames this. Hope they don't have a protection spell, and then Edict. That's pretty crappy, but is what it is. I guess I could draw another Chainer's Edict as well. I feel like they have Emerge Unscathed here. Tribal Flames, okay. Just go Tribal Flames this. They probably go Emerge Unscathed, and then I have to go Edict right now. Yep. That sucks. Because now I go Edict and they just sack this one, then Emergence they come back here and they hit for 5. I still could be okay. I can draw another Edict, and I can, if I draw an untapped land, I can Boarding Party into something. But it's definitely not looking great. If they have Karametra's Blessing, they also just actually kill me. I feel like we're probably like very, very likely to win this matchup, but we just didn't get there this time. GG's. We have like as much possible, as much sideboard and main deck dedicated as we can, and I don't think you really want to go harder than that. I think the matchup's already great, and just sometimes you're still going to lose to that deck. So 1-3. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to queue here, and I'll see you in round 5. All right, let's see if we can get our 50 ticks here, or not 50 ticks, 50 play points. Keep this hand. Need to draw lands. Might want another land or two, but also don't want to get flooded. We're against the real Goblin King, and they're on Faithless Looting. Are they on Boros Bully? Probably. They could be on Reanimator. We're in the 1-3 bracket. Gathan Raiders. It's 5 mana 3/3 and then Hellbent. It's a 5/5 and it has Morph, discard a card. I feel like they're on Reanimator because they could just like play this, discard a card, and then make a 5/5 too. They could be on some weird mono red deck as well. I just have no clue what we're up against. We'll just stick to our turn 2 Rampant Growth. I really wish the last league was good to go. Wow, green red mid range with Raiders and Faithless Looting. Oh, it's green red madness. It's just Gruul like mid range madness. Yeah, Fiery Temper us. Okay, okay. Don't think these strategies are very good. I wonder if I'm supposed to just either Abrade or just Tribal Flame save. Oh wait, what happened? They didn't. They didn't cast it. They didn't cast this. Did they mess up? Wait, what just happened there? They cast Burning Tree. They had 2 mana floating. Oh, and then they cast Faithless Looting. I see. And then they discarded Fiery Temper and Burning Tree, but they didn't have red mana for Fiery Temper. Okay, okay. They have 3 cards in hand. I mean, I can just kill this, or I can just ramp this turn and take 2 damage. I think I'm supposed to just kill that. I think I might even wait and hope they like Rancor it or something. I think I'll just pass and plan on abrading it. I can just either go into the north plus tap land or just play a Bonder's Ornament. Probably just doing into the north plus tap land here. And Voli Asimos. Okay, well, ramping would have been nice, but we're still in a good position. Don't really know what their list is. It seems like it's a brew. All right, I think I could get black green. Guess I can, yeah, I guess I just get black green. I don't have a black white land, so couldn't get that for Tribal Flames, and I think I want a black source. They just concede. Okay. Maybe they're just going to concede the match because they're like over this league. So cards we saw were Faithless Looting, Burning Tree Emissary, Fiery Temper. They're definitely just like a madness deck. I think they probably have Arrogant Worm, which is 5 mana 4/4, madness for 3. Might have Trample, I'm not sure. I guess I could bring in Chainer's Edict. I could also just run back the main deck because I don't really know their list that well. Just gonna run it. Don't think I need Relic. Easy mulligan. They mulligan to 6 as well. I'll keep this. Just put back a Dino. That's like, okay, they just concede. They just didn't want to play anymore. Well, that was a pretty shitty league, honestly. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, we barely lost to Super Mogai on black red, and then yeah, we lost to Mono White, but I really think that that matchup is good for us overall. Let's make changes to the deck like I was talking about. So let's add a second Chasm. I think that's good. Is there any other land that we don't need? I mean, another way to build the deck is just zero Ash Barrens and then don't have to play these off-color basics, but I think that's worse. Um, we could play like another Farseek and then not play the Ash Barrens basic package and then just rely on resolving these to fix our mana. But that honestly seems worse to me. I could just go 2 Highland Forest, 2 Woodland Chasm. I do want the second Chasm to be able to Acid Moss for, especially post board when we're going up a bunch of Chainer's Edicts. Other than that, I think the list is still good. I know we like 2-3'd that league, but yeah, I think this deck is strong. I would recommend trying it. It's a lot of fun. It's similar just to those like Jund mid-range decks, but I really like having Acid Moss in this deck in particular because ramping to these cards is good. And then like your worst matchups are basically like the Tron decks. So having Acid Moss in the deck is great. And I think this Into the North ramp package is sweet. This deck might just be worse than like Red Green Ponza, and I think it probably is because it's slower. But you have definitely some better matchups, and maybe there's other cards I'm not thinking of. Like you could play some white cards in the sideboard if you find any that you want. We could build the deck a little bit differently. We could have some Thorns main. We could have different removal spells main. Maybe we can just play like I think if you're playing the Into the North package, Tribal Flames is actually good. This has been great for me. I didn't really get to showcase the deck that league, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. But thanks for watching. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. My name is Max. Please subscribe. Really appreciate it. Peace. Till next time.